Happening, man? Welcome to Let Me Kick My You Know What with Pearl and Friends. I got a very special guest tonight, man. Miss KeKe, man. She's gonna be joining us. I'm gonna give y'all a little backdrop on Miss KeKe. As far as I know, I was watching this young lady on Facebook. We have a mutual friend. Shout out that boy Howard. I even would have asked Howard about her, but this young lady is very, very intelligent. She's beautiful, as you guys can see, and she don't take no shit. She gonna fit right in with us. So I decided I wanted to just bring her on tonight before we get with the crew, so we can kick it a little bit. Miss KeKe, how you doing tonight on this Friday night? How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm chilling. I want to apologize for being late. Listeners, Miss KeKe got on my ass already. Kind of sort of like how honeybees do. She was like, my time is valuable. So if you tell me 6:30, you need to be there at 6:15, and I respect the hell out of that. Look at her face. I like that. Yeah, give us a little backdrop about you. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, I am Miss KeKe. I am a Air Force veteran. I served 11 years in the world's greatest Air Force. I'm also a certified life coach.
Thank you for your. You're gonna clap for that, man. She deserves it. I appreciate what you do. I want to stop you for a minute before you. You're a very beautiful young lady, and I'm gonna be honest with you. You look more like Rihanna. You look like Rihanna a little bit. Then you'll be going to serve the military, which is a great thing, and that's a great way to start your life when you get out of school. So I commend you for that. But yeah, go ahead. I want to know how did you get to that? Because you look like you need to be on the stage or in front of a camera or something, behind a camera or something. So yeah, go ahead.
So my brother was in the Air Force first. That's my oldest, my big brother.
Okay.
And I'm from Rocky Mount, North Carolina. And when I got out of that high school, it wasn't. I didn't have a plan. And I was going down the wrong path.
Right.
So he inspired me to go to the Air Force, and I went in a year after high school, and I loved it. I don't regret it. I needed it.
Did it? What did it do for you as far as like maturity and things like that?
Well, it helps you grow up fast, but a year in, I had my son. So out of the discipline from them, I had my first kid. So both helped me grow and become the woman that I am today. I would tell any young person, if you don't know what you want to do, go into the military. It is not as bad as you see on the news or what people say. Go into the Air Force.
That's a great point, because I think most people have it misconstrued about the military. Like you're very beautiful. I wouldn't want you to like be on the front line with it. And you got that tiger in you though. I'm sure you. But so pretty much, do you think young ladies have to worry about like getting hurt or anything like that if they go into the military?
No, but it depends on your job. So I was equivalent to a human resource manager. So I did a lot of paperwork. I wasn't the one going out there. I was the one sending you out there.
Right.
So it depends on your job, what you like to do.
So what could it ever get to a point to where you might have had to grab a AK and go out on the front, or would it be we're just losing so bad that if I have to go overseas, I'm trained in my weapon. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. So you know how to shoot?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's scary, and it's scary because the way your eyes look, you look like you don't play. Yeah, that.
I think at the time we all look at the news and we see what's going on. I think everyone should know how to shoot. Yeah, you don't know what's going to happen. I'm a single mother. I have 2 kids I have to protect.
Right. Well, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. But go ahead and get back to you though. I'm sorry. You'll get used to me, but I just think that's the most interesting thing. I'm actually going to ask you a lot about that because I'm just interested in knowing, but yeah, you can go ahead and finish.
I was done. I just think any single mother, you need to be ready at all times.
Okay.
Because you just never know what's going to happen. And society is crazy. You just don't know.
Right.
You get anywhere. You hit the grocery store and things are happening. At the mall, things are happening. And
That's
you need to take
right. Shit, just jump off. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What city are you in right now? What city you live in?
I live in Raleigh.
Raleigh, North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
You been there your whole life?
No. When I got out of the military, a few years later, I've been here now 4 years. I got out of the military in 2016.
Okay. 2016. So where were you born at though? Like what city were you born?
Rocky Mount, North Carolina. Rocky Mount, North Carolina.
Rocky Mount. That's where my boy from. Yeah, he just passed away. Damn, man. I got a partner who was from out there, and I met him through, in the music business.
Okay.
Jay Scott.
Okay.
Yeah, but Rocky Mount. How far is that from Raleigh? I've been to Charlotte, but I've never been to Raleigh. Is Raleigh a big city?
It is. It's the capital.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
It's not big as Charlotte, but it is the capital.
Yeah, I thought Charlotte would be so, because Charlotte is growing now.
It is.
Yeah, they call Charlotte like the baby Atlanta. Some people do. Mm-hmm. So, have you ever been to Atlanta? You ever been out here? Okay. Yeah, you look like one of us. You look like an Atlanta girl.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
What that mean?
You look like Atlanta girl. Y'all like, but no, I used to date this girl from Charlotte. Okay. She went to Charlotte. She went to the college, the black one. I think it's UNC. That's nice. I'm live. Oh, that's dope. I'm live. So yeah, I was looking at some of the vlogs that you do. Mm-hmm. You got some fire behind you, but I like what you stand for. You don't just talk about bullshit, and that's what we do on here. We try to talk about things. I got a couple of questions that I was looking at your stuff, and I got a couple of questions that I want to ask you.
Okay.
And all we're doing is this is so natural right now. I could have just waited till Tuesday, because that's when we're gonna do our first official show with you Tuesday. Okay. Tuesday night town meeting, and that shit be lit. So make sure you bring your whatever you drink, and but yeah, I want to ask you just some personal things about what you. So who's your favorite artist, like in the music bit? Like, what do you listen to?
I listen to a lot of old school rap and R&B. I like a little bit of everything. Gospel. I'm kind of getting into the Southern soul thing. So, favorite artist? What are we talking about? What genre?
Oh, okay. Let's talk Southern soul. I just got into Southern soul, so I know about it.
But King George is kind of
King George, the man.
Thing, right?
Yeah, but it's this one guy. He had a cowboy hat on in the video. He's funny as hell. He's a slim black dude, but I'm gonna tell you about it. I like him though. He got a couple of songs. I got a DJ partner of mine, DJ Leon. He actually turned me on to Southern soul. He told me I should write a song. He said that's the next big genre. And I joined a couple of groups, and it's growing. How close is that music genre to blues, you think?
I think it's pretty close. I think it's a more modern version.
Like a hip hop version, yeah.
Yeah, a little remix version, but
You think it'll catch?
I do.
Mainstream, because most of them, like I was watching this big artist, I don't know her name, perform. And it was like it wasn't even a lounge. It was like a restaurant. Mm-hmm. But they were going crazy now. I was like, damn, like, so the venues that I see are not that like what we do, but it's yeah. So it's on the rise. I respect. I like some of this. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I like music with meaning. I like music that can understand what you're going through at the moment.
Favorite male R&B singer all time.
Favorite male R&B singer. Listen.
Mm-hmm.
You ready?
Who?
Are you ready for this?
You want some tea, baby?
I don't think I heard you. What you said?
Are you ready for what I'm about to say?
Oh yeah, I'm ready. I'm gonna shock you too.
Singer or artist?
Oh, that's a good question. Artist. Let's just go artist. That means.
Brown.
Hey, I fuck with that because they said that's what you say. I used to look like in high school.
For real?
Yeah, that's my boy. I love Bobby. He like, I see. Okay, in elementary school, secretly, I love New Edition.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell nobody because I was supposed to be tough. Man, I used to be at home in the goddamn in the mirror, goddamn.
You won't practice, was you?
Huh?
You won't practice, was you?
I swear to God, I will. I just said that I hate that I didn't tap into the lover boy thing. I had to be tough, and I hate that. I'm trying to teach these young boys like, oh, that's another story. But Prince is my favorite. Because he
amazing artist.
That's your favorite artist?
No, he was an amazing artist.
Oh yeah, he was. So I'm asking the same question on the female side. That was very good too, by the way, but I wasn't expecting that. Bobby dope. And shout out to Bobby for what he's doing with his life. God gave him a second chance.
Yes. In his documentary, he has a show out now with his family, and it's an amazing.
Yeah, I gotta watch it. Is it good?
It's really good.
Is he redeeming himself? Like
he's trying. He's trying the best he can with health conditions and having a wife that's very supportive, but also his manager. It's amazing.
If I had to, that's how my career has been on a smaller scale. I ain't gonna lie. And it's like, I want him to win so bad because he's been through so much.
Yeah.
I didn't lose two of my kids. I lost my son though, and we were very close. So I just feel so bad. I feel bad for him, but I'm happy to see him. It seems like he got little kids, right?
Yes.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
He got a whole second chance. Like, so shout out to Bobby. But so who's your favorite female?
Fantasia.
Who? Oh, Fantasia.
Love her.
Love
the passion she puts in her music. You can understand what she went through and going through, and I love that about her.
Right. I'm gonna say, for me, it's tough.
It is.
Cause I like Lauryn Hill. Erykah Badu is like it's just so much about her.
Oh, she's so dope.
Everything about her just drives me crazy. So it would be Erykah Badu, but my favorite rap artist right now, I'll tell you right now, I like the city girl, Carisha. Now let me tell you about her. I was fooled. All that hot girl summer shit, I was like, man, I tore their hands up that summer. Because that mentality sets us back. Man, that young lady wouldn't have got her money. I understand now she's so smart. Have you had a chance to watch her podcast yet?
I did.
What you think?
I think she's doing amazing. As an artist, especially when it's multiple artists, you have to set yourself apart too. You know, rapping is amazing, but what else are you doing to get your income, multiple streams of income? So I think what she's doing is phenomenal.
I'll be honest with you. She's transparent.
Very.
Like you are and like I am, and I think people like us, we can identify quick. I like the way she handled Diddy on the first one.
Yeah.
Now she's madly in love with him. You can tell.
I love it.
Yeah, me too. I hope he don't play with her though. You know, because she gonna go down hard.
Maybe he learned his lessons from other women. So maybe he's now in a place where he's ready to be more settled.
How you feel about him? Like they were at some award show. I don't know what it was, and he said something about Cassie, and he didn't mention her. I know you know about that. Okay, I'm gonna take it back. Miss KeKe, if you were in Carisha's shoes, you and Diddy dating, y'all, and you know he, from the looks of it, he crazy about that girl. It wasn't politics because he don't have to politic right now, so he can't kick that shit. Like it went. How you feel about that whole thing? Like if that was you, like.
Personally, I didn't care for it, but I'm hoping they had a conversation before he said that, and she understood why that was about to happen. Because that's important. Effective communication is important. Let me know before you let the world know. So hopefully there's more meaning than what we saw. You know.
And you're right.
You know.
You're right. And I like that. That's smart. You're the first person to actually, especially a woman, to come from that angle. I'm sorry, I got a visitor. I'm sorry. You want to say hi to the pretty lady? Say hi to the pretty lady. Say hi. Say hi. They let my grandson come in. I'm sorry.
He's so precious.
This never happened before.
I love kids.
Yeah, you can't talk to her. You can't have every woman you see. You can't have grab her. So, Diddy, I hope you're right. I hope he talked to her because he had to know that would happen if he did that. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know if and if he did that in a moment, that says a lot about how he really feel about her. Because I couldn't see myself doing that. Like,
absolutely not.
It kind of fucked me up because when I saw that interview, I was happy for him. I was like, because I know I date younger women. I'm 51 years old, and I date young, and I know when you get the right one, what they do for you. They give you a new life, like new energy or whatever. I don't think I ever go through that again. When my son passed, it fucked me up. But it seemed like Diddy was like he was I'm sorry, he was like. Good, okay, all right. It seemed like he was happy, and I know she liked him. You could just tell the way she, because this but I watched something last night with them, and it was weird. Like they were on I guess a FaceTime or whatever, but it was live, and he had an attitude. He had an attitude, and I'm gonna send it to you. And she had it, but it was weird as shit. And I'm like, and it was after that moment. So I don't know. I was just wondering. Sometimes I like to talk about celebs and shit because I know quite a few of them, and I just want people to know that they people just like we are.
They're human. That's the thing, and in that spotlight going through a relationship, some things you have to keep private in order for your relationship to succeed. You cannot put everything out to us. We're not in that relationship with you. You're in that relationship.
So you a life coach. I got a question for you. Okay, my brother has a record deal. I had just got my son a record deal before he passed. Like we're pretty known out here. But since I started doing this, things are starting to change. And I'm starting to get the inboxes from the girls that I used to want to mess with that don't want to, my mind is like I'm far from that now. So new things are starting to happen. I'm getting all types of what kind of advice can you give somebody in that moment, like when you just starting to take off? Do you have any advice for? Because it's very overwhelming to me to where sometimes I have to just turn my phone off and go in a room, and sometimes I second guess myself. Like, is this what you really want? Because I'm a private person, and I realize every day that things are gonna come out. The more people don't learn about me, things because people go to fishing, and especially your haters.
Oh yeah.
Especially the ones that are still around, they still like what you call them, informants, the ones that still in your organization that you don't know about yet. So yeah, what kind of advice you got for not so much me? I got it figured out, but I know quite a few people that watch this are in the industry and everybody trying to get to the next level.
Right. What I would say is this: I always pray for discernment. God, show me who people are. Right. Here's what you cannot do. You can't look at them as something that you want them to be when he showed you what it is, right? So
that's what I've been waiting on. See what I've been waiting. See what you just said is something I say all the time. But go ahead. Yes.
That is what I would say to anybody. You're gonna know good people. They're gonna stay consistent, and you're gonna have that feeling, that energy. Even if it's social media, you get that energy from people on social media. I would get people to inbox me and it just didn't feel genuine. I stay away from that. Believe what you feel. Your intuition is real. And you have to pray on things. God, is this the right decision that I should make? If he tell you no, if he show you no, believe in that. Believe that he has something bigger in store for you and your business.
That's the faith part, right?
Right.
See, I'm talking to my listeners right quick. Y'all don't be crazy. You got to stop second guessing yourself and stop thinking you're crazy. What you feel is what you feel. And I love what you just said. I said it a million times, and I'm not going, I ain't gonna do none of that. I'm gonna just let it resonate. I ain't even gonna dwell on it because that's something you're gonna say a lot on here. That's just like when people start to date and they choose this person. When they get with you, they want to change you into why you ain't that clown? Why you got that on? Why you why you got them tight jeans on? Why you that's what you get what I'm saying? That's later. That's good. Can you give me let me ask you this.
Okay.
How you feel about the R. Kelly situation?
I'm gonna say this. It just couldn't have been my child. But see, we got to put some ownerships as parents because I have an 8-year-old daughter and a 15-year-old son. You ain't going to nobody's house without me. I don't even let them spend the night at people's house. Your friends, they can come over here, but because people are weird. So it's some ownership on the parents' part, but R. Kelly has to own a lot of that too because he was ill. That is the illness that he has. Here's the thing. I tell people this karma can skip you and hit your children. You got to be careful what you're doing. It's going to come back around eventually. So now you're in the situation, you got to own it. I love his music. I love him as an artist. But what you did personally, you got to own that.
Yeah, I think he used the part about him being like that's an excuse.
Yeah.
After you got away with the Aaliyah thing, let me say this. I see. I'm gonna tell you something about me right here in front of you. Probably got people that's gonna watch this that don't know me that know you. I'm gonna put it out here. I'm a street person that I was molested when I was 3 years old. All right. It's cool. I'm a gangster. I ain't never go fuck with no kids. I ain't do no gay stuff. Not to have anything against gay people. I'm just saying I did. It didn't, but I held it in until I was 47. Because our community has us, it is by us, the black men, and it's like we can't talk about things like that. So that's why I decided to come. I just want you to know what you're working with. I decided to come. I got a lot of people that look up to me, a lot of people that, yeah, it happened to me. It wasn't nothing I could do about it. But if it happened to you, come and talk about it now. So it won't happen. Because I was in a lot of situations that I know I had praying people because I done things just because of that. I used to be locked in on that. And it turned me into an animal. And what happened, something happened to my grandson when he was 3 years old in the house. Thank God it wasn't that. But it triggered some, and I went to counseling. I went and got counseling. Black men, let's go talk about it. That was the best thing that ever happened to me.
Right. You're right. And see, we get to a certain age where we can't keep saying what happened to me in my past. Listen, you need to get some therapy. Therapy is an option. Counseling is an option. It's out there. But we cannot keep harboring what happened in our past and taking it into our future because you'll never live. You're not letting your past die, so you're never going to live. That's the goal. The goal is to live.
Yes, because
I don't want something to happen to me tomorrow. And people are so, she can rest now because she was so ill. No. I want to live in peace so I can rest in peace. Understand? So whatever happened to me, it ain't going to defeat me. It ain't going to defeat me, and I'm not passing it to my children. That's how generational things start to happen. Because look at how that affects R. Kelly's kids. It's deeper than him.
And nobody's talking about, see, damn, girl, nobody's saying anything about his kids.
Imagine if that was your babies and they got to go through that. Imagine how they would feel. It's too hard. That's too hard to pass down. We got to create generational wealth instead of generational curses. He was supposed to deal with that.
You know, I'm gonna tell you, I'm sorry for cutting you. You know who could have helped in this situation? And nobody, we didn't talk. I'm gonna put it out here. It's like over 20, 30,000 people watching me now. And hey, thank y'all. I want to thank y'all. And we got Miss KeKe now. We're finna go up to 100,000 now. I know it was the piece we needed, but where are Aaliyah's parents? They quiet. I don't know if they're living. I don't know, but I know they could have stopped this shit. They could have stopped a long time ago. So they the first ones that, and we never talk about them. We never talk about her parents.
We didn't. Well, they had I don't know them, but they had the rumor that R. Kelly was sleeping with the mom too.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah, that's big. So the thing is, sometimes people, the smarter thing in those situations is handle it behind the scenes because everything don't mean to be said. You don't see Beyonce addressing nothing.
I love her.
Oh my God. Sometimes you got to handle stuff behind the scenes legally to clear your name. you know. And I'm sure they're still dealing with the grief of their baby. Like, all of this is happening, and that's my child, and she's not here to defend herself either. So that's just a lot to deal with.
Right. Yeah. I didn't hear anything about her mom.
Yeah.
See, that's I'm gonna say this about R. Kelly though. Because I know what it's like to be a man and have some power. I've never had the power that I'll never, because the man, first of all, I never had the power he had because I can't sing. I had to put the what you call that shit, the T-Pain on my shit, you know. But
little auto-tune.
Yeah, I had to put the auto-tune on my shit but yeah, you can sing, nigga, you can sing to a woman, that shit make a woman. I don't understand why I was talking to my kids the other day, my teenager and my grown kids, and I was like, I don't know, I was talking to somebody, and I was like, I remember when I was 14, 15, and I was having sex with girls my age. It didn't feel right. I didn't like it because it felt like they weren't ready yet. Weird to me. Like now, I didn't know that. I didn't know what I know now, so I'm just saying I can share how I felt. So I used to go. I wouldn't fuck with him. I would always go 18, 19. The old, because it just like, I mean, excuse my language, still we grown, but when she don't even have pubic hair, like none, like right. So I don't understand what happened to me. I'm gonna tell you what happened to me wasn't that bad. It was some. My mom left me with my stepdad's brothers, and they were some fuck niggas. Okay, that's all it is to say it. Now, I thank God it wasn't that bad, because I don't know if I could live with myself. Because I'm just saying, it's a lot, and I still deal with it to this day. We don't. First of all, when shit like that happens to a black man, especially somebody like me, I'm an alpha male, so people don't like my confidence. Why he's so confident? He got a gap in his mouth. He's 5 foot. Why he's so confident? They don't understand that I build this persona. I don't want nobody to hurt me no more. I've been this way my whole life. You understand what I'm saying? Since that, and I think that's enough to fuck a person up. So I thank God. Like I really feel like I'm different, and I think he had me to go through all this so I can help the ones that's going. I know it's some young niggas out here, 22, 23. That somebody done played with them and they out here killing though. So what I want to do is get to them like, yo, first of all, let's deal with that, young. That ain't your fault. You ain't nothing to do with it. Because the people that did, I'm gonna tell you, the people that did this shit to me, by the time I start doing shit in the street, it was him. They were gone. God had already, because God knows.
He handled it.
Yeah, so I just want young fellas to know that it's okay. You ain't had nothing to do with it. I don't blame my mom about it because she was at work. She tried, you know, and back in them days it was different, but it was very taboo. Now, why was I 3 years old and I didn't tell nobody? Because that's what our community teaches us. I'm saying all this, so I don't mind throwing myself out here. Because I ain't shit nobody can tell me. I get out here and get it. Hey, I went from there and I did it for real, me. So I ain't worried about none of that. But how is it that I didn't say that when I was 3 years old? I didn't tell my girl, I didn't tell my mom. We teach our children. If the little brother slapped the shit out the big brother, after the mama whoop him, they say, now your little snitching ass, you ain't got to be the snitch. You understand what I'm saying?
They didn't know tattletale. Stop telling.
Some shit. I think even in the streets, we got it fucked up. We got to take that snitching word and really because a lot of our lives are being fucked up on the most dumbest shit. And it sounds stupid for us to be talking about. It's real. Niggas is dead right now about that stupid ass shit. Niggas is dead right now about that stupid ass word. I didn't tell something that happened to me. I was 3 years old because I wasn't supposed to snitch. Nigga told me. 3 years old in the projects in Atlanta, Georgia, 1973. This how long this shit been going on.
And that's very common in the black households. Excuse me to cut you off. That's very common. It happened. You know, it was a lot of that and you don't talk about it. It was just kind of swept under the rug. That's not healthy because you damage each other. Here, I feel so bad for men because you all were raised not to talk about a lot, not to show emotions, not to. And us as women now that want those men, we gotta reverse that. We want you to show the emotions, but you was growing up to say you don't do this because you're a man. And I really feel bad for you all.
Let me tell you something. That 3 months ago,
Mm-hmm.
4 months ago, my son passed away. Mm-hmm. I was this close to doing I was this close. And that's not my character. That's not. But those are the ones that the lessons. And I'm not nowhere near there now. I got I just showed you my grandson. I got too much my grandson and his cousins. They need me. They want me. Yeah. And that's enough for me to. But man, it is tough for us. And I think this is like I have this lady on here named Destiny. Miss Destiny, come on. She said, "Why don't black men talk about their health to each other? Y'all just die when y'all 40. Y'all don't. Nobody talks about." So I'm trying to get a group of men to come on here to talk about health. Okay. To just like y'all do. Yeah, women do it. Mm-hmm. Girl, I gotta go get my won't. We don't talk about when we gotta go get the thing where the doctor got to do his thing. We don't. And a lot of I'm gonna be honest, I haven't done it. I'm 50. Right. Yeah, right. I'm saying, I'm on the way though. I'm going on vacation that week. Because I want them, I got to do whatever I got to do for them. That's it. I want to be here. I want to coach my grandkids. I want to, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to do it for them. But what I'm saying is it should start earlier. We need to teach out. I got my 16-year-old. I'm going to beat it in him. What society put out here, that ain't what's real. Especially what our community put out here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You got emotion, don't hold it in. That's what make us go kill.
That's right.
Once I started doing fuck shit, I'm gonna tell you something. I was taught to hold that shit in or whatever, or I got tired of hearing. See, okay, I was a young man in the house around all women, wasn't no man around. Mm-hmm. Because the system designed this shit for the man to be the scope. So now all I hear is niggas ain't no. I'm growing up. He ain't no good. Oh, that nigga ain't no good. They talking about the men that they deal with and each other's men and all that. The one thing I never wanted to do was I didn't want to be that nigga. So in all of my relationships, if shit go bad, because first of all, black woman, when the shit go bad, black woman ain't gonna tough it out with you. And just keep it going. And let me rephrase that.
Okay.
Before I get fucked up on here. Most black women that I have dealt with, they scream that I want to stay down shit, but the first time any smaller thing happened, they crack.
You know why? Because we get tired. Because we get so bogged down with stuff that don't matter. By the time something that do matter, we're over it. We're done. Here's the thing, and I tell men this all the time. Who wants to be Bob the Builder? We want somebody to come to us whole too, because we're not bringing those issues. So why do I have to deal with that when I'm not bringing it to you? I want somebody that's equally yoked like me.
So when I tell you, just let me go, and I'm gonna get the fuck on because I ain't good enough for you. Let me go. Don't try to change me and try to make me into something, because that makes it worse.
Correct.
Don't try to change. Let me get the fuck on.
You cannot. I wish black women would stop. You cannot change a man. You cannot. I don't care what you give him. You could buy him stuff. That's not going to make him want you. You can sleep with him all the time. That's not going to make him want you. You cannot make somebody want you. They have to want you, and they got to prove it to you. Allow them to prove it to you. If you give them so much so easy, they ain't got nothing to prove.
Yeah, I just left my little brother's house, and we was talking to him, and they just threw some shit out. They was like, you come clean with your girl about some shit, and she used that shit against you.
Men do it too.
Be honest, yeah, and they do it. I get on them hoe ass niggas all the time. You got to go back and look. All I do is get on hoe ass niggas. That's why I'm talking my partner and say, man, why you nigga bashing now? So I gotta, try to. But because niggas they niggas lie.
I'm gonna say this, Pearl. And I'm gonna say this to women. We're gonna talk to women since we were talking about women. If you're gonna forgive somebody, you forgive them without bringing it up again, or let them go. Period. Once you say we done dealt with it, we done talked about it. But on the flip side, if she keeps bringing it up, is still hurting her, and it has not been dealt with.
Check that out. Hey, let me tell you something. God sent you. I just want you to know that. And I received the fuck out of that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, this hot right here. Let's get the fuck away from here though. Let's go. I want to go somewhere else.
Let's go. I'm ready.
Yeah. Let me ask you what I say to ask you. Shit, this shit getting hot. Hey, so I know what I want to talk about if you don't mind. I was just looking through your stuff and then so I saw the thing about your niece before you told me about it. That's your sister's child, right? How is she doing?
She's doing a lot better. She's doing a lot better. She, as she said in her interview, and I wish you guys could check it out. She is trying to forgive God, you know. And like she said, that's something we don't preach about. We don't preach that, you know, something as precious as a life is taken away from us, and we have to learn to cope and forgive God for what has happened. So that's the stage that she is in. She's doing so much better. I love her.
How long ago did it happen?
My niece passed in 2012.
Okay, so it's been a while.
Yeah.
It never goes away.
10 years.
It never goes away, do it?
No, it doesn't. No, she's just learned coping mechanisms. So she's just learning how to cope, but that pain never goes. It's a void. It's a hole in your heart after that, you know. But that is what she wanted everybody to know. You have to learn how to forgive God in order to move forward.
Okay, now I had a different take on it. I mean, Shaq was 28. Now one day, I don't know what, one day something came over me and I was like, when I started thinking about him and like moving into like, okay, the last 6 months of his life was the craziest shit. Shit was all over the place, but me and him had some of the dopest conversations I ever. Like he asked me why me and his mom didn't work out, and I told him I was like, "Shout, I wasn't ready for your mama. She was a dope ass woman. She was what blah 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 blah." And he smiled and he said, "He like, man, that's some real nigga shit." Whew, I'm so happy about that. But I feel like after I thought about it, because Shaq was an artist, he was a rapper, and we had chances to go pick up money to go do shows and shit, and just like, bro, I just want to go studio. I just want to record. I just want to record. He recorded like I got so many songs on, so it's kind of like I feel like he lived his life to the fullest. He lived his 28, and God needed him. He was a beautiful person. Like no cap, like everybody, no one had nothing bad to say to him except for a few people that they deserved to, you know, they got what they deserved, but. Other than that, he was a great guy, way better than me. Like it's people that like I'm in the hood, I'm that guy, but they love me way more than they love him. Great person. And he didn't do half of the things I did as far as, you know, cashing out and stuff like that. He gave his heart. I feel like God needed my son, and that gave me a sense of pride because of the way he died. He was in a car accident, and he fought for 5 weeks, 120 pounds wet, and he had 30-some surgeries. This shit is like unreal. And the last time I saw him, he still had his eyes open. And I told him I left and I said, hey man, you know, it's all good. I said it's enough. And I thank God his sister got the chance. When his sister got there, after that, he waited for Cameron. Then when Cameron got there, he expired. She said as soon as Cameron left, he died. He waited for, they had a situation. He waited for her. She said, hey, in the back, she here. Yeah. So I feel like that, but I can imagine a baby.
It was devastating. It was extremely devastating. And my heart goes out to you as I sit here. My heart really goes out to you and your family because, you know, he was grown. You know, you were seeing him become the grandchildren. And then we hope that, you know, they get married. My heart goes out to you. And in those moments of my niece, I got to my sister within 12 hours. I was stationed in South Carolina at the time, and she was in Colorado.
Okay.
So I got the call at like 2 or 3 in the morning. And my niece.
You drove?
No, I flew. I caught a flight and headed straight to her because I knew she needed me. I knew her and her kids and her husband. I knew they needed something familiar because her husband was in the military at the time.
Okay.
And just to feel her pain of she had to see her daughter die, and the doctors didn't save her baby. So just the negligence of the hospital and that pain, I couldn't take that away from her. Like I protect my sister and my brother. I'm the youngest of 3, but I know I can protect them. And at that time, it's nothing that I could do. No. And that is strength that you all had. I always go back to the book of Job in the Bible.
Yeah, yes.
When you are dealt with different life situations and it don't break you, that's a strength, honey. That's our ancestor strength. That's a strength you can't pay for. And I'm so sorry that you had to go through that. I'm sorry my sister had to go through that. But just to see how resilient you all are, and y'all keep going. You know, you keep going. Now you have a personal guardian angel. Everybody don't have that.
Whew. That's why I'm here. Man, your bitch ass crying too much, home. Bitch ass, stop all that bitch ass crying, my nigga. Goddamn. That made me
good. Crying is healthy.
No, it's very. I'm joking right there, but every time I cry, I feel better afterwards.
Yes.
I recommend that shit. Actually, I've been a fuck nigga my whole life. I used to hold it in and be about to die inside. When you let that shit out, ooh, it's like almost like an orgasm already.
It's a release, huh? It feels so good.
Yeah, it does. So I got all good thoughts, but when I saw that, I was like, I remember I was riding in the Uber to the Shaq had a car accident. 3 years before that, me and my other son in here had a car accident. I was knocked out. I was on the phone with Shaq at the time. He went in there and told his mama, my dad has just had a wreck. I don't know if he's gonna make it. She prayed, like, God, please let Pearl make it, because my son is not gonna be able to make it without him. That's how close me and Shaq was now. So it was like if he was alive, he'll be right here, right now, trying to holler at you, trying to talk to you. I ain't lying. Yeah, but so yeah, she said she prayed. She said because she knows. So she looked at it from that standpoint. She said if one of y'all had to go, it had to be him, because you can make it without him, but he can't make it. He wouldn't have been able to make it. He would have been very violent. He would have been he's uncontrollable. I'm the only one that control him, but he's definitely the only one. Like, Shaq saved so many lives when he was here. Just how cool he was. He was my son, but he was different. And one thing I want to say about him before we stop, he went to the same neighborhood where I reigned at, and people didn't even know. He went out there and made his own way, and that's what I respect about him the most. He made his own way. He didn't try to go off. They think they better than, like my 16-year-old right here. They think they better than, and that's what it should be.
Right.
With that being said, they shouldn't make the same mistakes that we made. Those that come before, we got to drop that shit on them.
That's right.
Your sister's daughter, she would have been 14 today. Am I right?
She was only like 15 months when it happened.
And it was in 2000 what?
12. So it would have been 10 years. She was 11.
Yeah, my man way off.
She turned 11 in April.
That's that Georgia education. No, I just fuck with
you.
So how are the other kids doing? Because check it out. My 6-year-old right here, we hadn't seen him in a while. The night before Shaq had the accident, take some beautiful shit. You better get a tissue. Shaq, that day, we're on a mission to go to. We doing my family is like the Jacksons. Everybody's doing. So he was like, Pop, I know the plan. We're gonna get Mir next year. Where he said, man, you need to go get Mir now. They need you right now. This is my 28-year-old son. Now I'm unapproachable than the fuck. You can't talk to me like that. He said, so I was like, all right, now I'm in the back. I'm thinking about it. I'm getting ready to go. We got to go to the studio. It's on a Thursday. We go every Thursday. Ding dong. No, he said he outside. Come unlock the door. He didn't have. He always loses shit. He didn't have his key. I come unlock the door. It's my 16-year-old. He walked through the door. Shaq came in and said, "Nigga, I told you I got you." Jameer wants to record music. Shaq is our main artist. He don't get nobody no studio time. All the studio time. You can come and watch, but you ain't finna record. Took Jameer to the studio. Jameer's recording. Pop, I got you. I told you I got you. Jameer doing his song. I got the pictures, the video. Brought him to me. Most wonderful life night of my life, one of them. Because I hadn't been speaking to my daughter. There was a lot going on. So I was happy. Then 1 o'clock in the morning, I get a phone call from his mama. My son's 28. She ain't got me to call me at 1 o'clock in the morning. I knew it had to be something. You know, he unresponsible at Grady Hospital. But what he did that day, he brought my son to me. Not only he did some other things, he gave me cash to give to my girlfriend's daughter. He said, "Pop, make sure you get him that little shit like that."
Yeah.
That shit, like, so it's almost like he knew type shit, like, because the one thing he know about me, if it was a way that I could stop it, see, I go for Aaron, one of mine.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he know that.
Yeah.
I'm talking about right now, still to this day, if I could go and he can come back, but he served his, because when I think he recorded all these songs and they ahead of his time, and he told his mama that week, "Mom, I'm gonna buy you a house. You just gonna have to get with my pops." My pops telling it's like he knew. So I was on my way to the studio. I got to get back to the store. I was on my way to the studio, and this lady, I talk to people now for some reason. God been sending me people. I don't drive though. Is the more of the story. My accident, and then my son died the way I'm not afraid of them. I'm 5'3". I'm 5'5". I ain't afraid of nothing in life except for a car wreck. If I ride with you right now, screeching this shit up, and my son died, he hurt me. I almost died. It's crazy. But so I'm riding an Uber to the studio. I was telling the lady, like, normally it's me and my son every Thursday. He drove, but he's an artist, so I wanted him to we always ride the Uber so he can just get his mind right. I'm treating him like a star.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I told her about it. She listened to me the whole way. When I was about to get out, you know what she said? She said, "Yeah, I can identify with what you're going through because my daughter, when she was 2, somebody kicked the door in and killed." And I felt so fucking bad. I said, "I'm sitting up here crying about a 28-year-old man and you lost your," and I'm familiar with the story because I know her baby daddy. God sent these people to me. So that's when I decided to start back doing. I said, I got to get out here. I got to do something. I got to. A lot of people look at me and they think that they look at this out the street with something. First of all, I'm 51 years old. I ain't no dumbass nigga. I'm going to come to my people as they are. It's like kind of like when we go to church. Sometimes I tell the church people in a minute, since you're so perfect, so sanctified, get your ass out of the way. Because there's some folks out here that need to come in.
Because you don't need them. We need them. Understand. All of the disciples had issues. They were drunk. All of them had issues. God don't pick perfect people. He need imperfect people to feel his promise. Understand? And just because I smoke weed or drink don't mean I don't know the word. That does not mean that.
Miss KeKe, I'm finna piss you off. I had the black church to come at me a couple of months ago. They came. They was in my inbox. They was okay. I had this friend of mine that was a dancer. The girl left the club one night. She don't want to dance no more. She feeling bad. She on them pills and everything. She ready to just get her life to God. She went to her church where she grew up at. Them folks made her feel. She left the church. The nigga was following her. The nigga raped her and killed her. When she went to the church, they forced her out there. So I went off on their ass. You know what I'm saying? This is a good friend of mine. She's a young lady. You can understand how I feel about it. Now, I'm not saying all y'all black church.
Right. It's a lot of church hurt, though. I have church hurt. I have church hurt from a pastor and his wife. It's a lot of church hurt. The only way we can get past that is getting the word, and I'm pointing over here because my Bible's over here, and know it for ourselves. And that's why a lot of people do not, especially Just younger people, we don't want to go to church because of the hurt, how they're going to look at us, how they don't take us in. Everybody got these titles, and that can be a lot overwhelming. That's not your purpose. That was not Jesus' purpose. He didn't walk around here and flaunt his title. And that's what people don't understand. You're here to help, not hurt.
Yeah, my spirit talking, and you already my sister. Hey, let me kick my shit, listeners. This my little sister too. Mm-hmm. You said a couple of things already, but I gotta introduce you to my little cousin Aisha. When I have to have prayer on here, she's the person I go get. I'm gonna tell you about Aisha. A couple of weeks ago, Aisha called. I had a lot of stuff going on. I was suicidal at the time. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Okay.
She called, she talked, she did the praying, she prayed over the phone, but she started doing that. I don't know what they call it.
Talking in tongues, speaking in tongues.
Woo! That's real.
Mm-hmm.
Because the little things were coming at me, and I was scared. They call them imps. But it was like 1,000 of them running out my house. My little cousin, she's my little cousin. Mm-hmm. I take care. If anybody touch them, I took care of them their whole life. She had to come and save me. And listen, man, I've never. When I used to hear people talking like that, I'm like, man, no, it's real. And but what I want to say is that you just said something that reminded me of that. You got that same spirit, because she had some church hurt. Now, about 10 years ago, I was the only one in my family that would take her serious about. They were like, man, Isha tripping. And something happened with the pastor, the pastor's husband, and her. And we never talked about it. I just told her, I know she went through some fuck shit. It don't matter. I'm here for you. And wow. Do I need to go see them?
That's it.
Because if I don't need to go see them, don't call me if I don't need.
Call me when it's time.
So, but my spirit told me to do it. I was going to call her, but I'm wait. She just moved in her house. She just went through something. She just had a relationship with a narcissist nigga. And we did a whole show on that. But I've been one. See, the one thing about me, I'm your co-host now. I want you to know about me.
Right.
I talk a lot. Like when I be spending when I speak to niggas, I'm talking to myself a lot. I was a whole fuck nigga. I realize it now. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to correct but the one thing I'm not gonna do is change the way I am.
Be you.
Yeah. People
be authentic, be genuine, be you. The right people will gravitate, and those that ain't feeling you, them devilish, them demons, they gonna leave anyway. So always be you. You're gonna make people uncomfortable because you.
That's another thing I want to tell. I tell my listeners all the time. Okay, I did that for 10 years. I was done I'm fly. Oh, look, I ain't sold no dope since whenever, but all my friends, they got money. A couple of them got millions, a couple of them thousand, so it don't matter. When I come around, the room is mine. Mm-hmm. I went to work at Kroger. I was pushing buggies. I'm gonna just say I was 40 years old, pushing buggies. I had shorts on at work. You know, a nigga got shorts on. 40-year-old man don't need to have no shorts on at work. So I went and told
him. He had a hoochie daddy shorts, did you?
Nah, hell no. You know,
I'm trying to make know now.
Nah, hell no. I went and told the lady, but anyway, she went to the meat department, and I found my way. I don't know how to change tires. I don't know how to fix on nothing, but I know how to cut meat. That's my thing. I ended up being the top paid person in Kroger, the person that worked. I was a meat manager in the state. Okay. I did that for me. Mm-hmm. So I did it. I did it for 12 years. Then I gave it back to him. I work 15 hours a week now because I put the time in my businesses. Mm-hmm. That's how much I believe in myself. But I had to do that because it's time for me to go. See, I held myself back. Hey, bro, you need to goddamn, man. What I realized, these people want me to cut my shit back to make them feel uncomfortable. I mean, to make them feel. Mm-hmm. But they get to be themselves. Mm-hmm. Nigga, I'm an alpha male, and if you ain't there, I don't need to be around you no way. Because I thought you would. Because I've never had a problem with another real person. Think about this, what I'm finna tell you, and think about the problems that you had. Mm-hmm. Real people never have problems with other real people.
That's right.
We either talk it out.
That's right. That's right.
It don't. And I ain't talking about fighting and no, that ain't real.
We can communicate.
I used to respect this person. I used to love this person. So we're not gonna kill, but what I can do, we can talk it. Mm-hmm. We can talk it.
That's right.
So I never had a problem. So every problem that I've had has been with a person that's not on my level. Not to say that I'm higher or lower. I just try because I'll take it. I'm humble.
Yeah,
you got it. Shit,
so it's 2 points we're gonna make about that. Okay. You're 51 years old, so you understand what Biggie said: more money, more problems.
Oh man,
it's real every day in our lifestyle. But then on the flip side, when TD Jakes said a giraffe and a turtle aren't gonna see on the same level, it's not gonna happen. The visions are different.
The preacher said
if you hear Bishop TD Jakes, if you're here and you're a giraffe, you can't see on a turtle's level.
I heard that in 1986. And you know who told me that? A prostitute. I hung out with a prostitute for 6 months. I'd be selling the dope, and she raised me kind of in the streets, but beautiful person.
Right.
Society looks at her like, you know what I'm saying? And guess what she's doing now? Yeah. She's an RN. She's been an RN for over 20 years.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Shout out. Yeah. She told me she was saving her money to go to school, and get what she did. She went to school.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So that's another example of how people will take a book and like people look at me for what I'm 51. I don't want to wear loafers or penny loafer shoes. I don't want to. I want to.
You do you.
I want to do me. It's not that I'm being young or trying to be young and nothing like that. I'm me.
And be you. Unapologetically you. Do not apologize for who you are. You apologize.
Every time I get played with. Every time I do that, I get played with. They told me don't do no. I had my best friends in the industry told me, bro, don't do no record, don't do no music. So I said, okay, I ain't gonna do no music. But then when Shaq died, I had to do it because he was starting to push me towards it. I had to do it. I do it. My shit went past theirs. My personality went past theirs. They want me to be the OG and do it for them. My son wanted me to do it. I gotta do it for him now anyway, so it's not even a question. But then I realized that ain't real love though. I take mine out my pocket and put it on you when I should have did myself. But I'm glad the one thing I do know is that I wish I had an OG like the way I am. All they did was gave me the package. But what I realized was they're not because what they used to say, boy, you smart. You need to do because as far as the game go, all we was supposed to do was to get in and get out, get in and go. You know, it wasn't supposed to be no thing where it's just life, nigga. You wake up in the morning, I'm a dope boy. No, we was always running. That's why they call it hustle. Well, they don't hustle no more. Niggas sit around and shit in their pockets. They, oh yeah, what's up, bro? All they don't. No, it was always we were running. I was running for some shit that I really didn't understand. I understand now, but it's hustle. Get it and go. Niggas think they're gonna live and die like that. And that's why when I tell niggas I'm 50, 51, they be like, damn, nigga, you 50. Or what I was supposed to die when I was 30. It's level, it's your levels. So when you don't belong in the rabbit field, I ain't talking about rabbits, I'm talking about rabbit, like R-A-B-I, rabbit, like skunks and fucking When you don't belong there, you got to get out of there as soon as possible. Where I'm gonna tell you something about me. People that play golf, they got $5 million homes and shit like that. They love me. But the people in my community, I got niggas that call me lame. Some of the dope boys call me lame. But they don't know that I laid the brick. If it wasn't for me, niggas like me, you wouldn't be getting the little money that you get now. Y'all ain't. If I was out here, if I was their age right now, I'd go get a job because I learned I can make more money on my job, and I love it. I love it. I used to go. I'm telling you how stupid I am. I used to get my paycheck, and I go to the hood every weekend. I mean, y'all broke ass niggas. I just did this on the job. It's not the same.
It's not.
They don't want to listen to. I don't tell them to try to. I be really trying to help them. I'm at where the ones that want to be helped, we're gonna go, and the ones that not, I don't. Because
they save everybody, and that's the thing. I was telling somebody that a few weeks ago. The OGs aren't OGs anymore that I remember growing up. You understand? The OGs now want to fit in with the young folks, and you can't do that. You're supposed to be leading and inspiring the younger generation, but they don't want to do. They want to be like them. So always set yourself apart, and you don't conform to them. You don't ever conform to them. They don't want to understand that. That's just not. You outgrow situations and places.
I think
I'm better than I know where the fuck I come from, but I know that that's not me anymore. Sorry, I'm over here. Love you. You know what I'm saying? But it's just not me anymore. And don't apologize for that.
Right. I just think I don't speak to a certain group of people. Mm-hmm. I'm not the one to speak to them. Mm-hmm. Bro, don't get mad at me because I ain't supposed to speak to you. Because you see me speaking to these people. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like because I've done myself down a lot to try to be humble. The part of what they say, you gotta be humble, you gotta be. I've given people chances that don't deserve, they're not on my level. Mm-hmm. No, in no way. My friends, they wouldn't fuck with people that I fuck with. They be like, Fred, what the fuck? Mm-hmm. I always like to give people a chance and stuff like that. Every time I've done that, I've got burned. But I'm not gonna stop because I do have people that I'm gonna tell you a positive story. Okay. My nephew had a murder charge, right? Mm-hmm. He was facing a murder. My son was out here. They were planning to do music together. Mm-hmm. My son told my brother. Last thing my son told my brother was, "Shout out DJ Leon." He told him, "Trey he gonna beat this murder charge. He gonna come home." My nephew came home. I gave him the formula. What I give all my young niggas, the same formula. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Trey put out 2 albums. He's put out 2 albums. This nigga's been out here 10 years. Mm-hmm. I put their music out. They don't do it. Trey came and he didn't even call me and tell me, man, do you know how good that made me feel? Mm-hmm. And when I called him and told him, he was just smiling like, yeah, Mm-hmm. Those are the people that I need to talk to.
That's right. That's right.
Just let him go, because the one thing about me, if I'm humble enough to where I can listen to him, mm-hmm. like to a 21-year-old, mm-hmm. why would you listen to me? I'm 51 years old. I know shit. I took them bumps and bruises and shit like that. I still look good. I think I'm on mine. I still respect it. Mm-hmm. I'm respected by people that y'all respect.
That's right.
Y'all respect me. Y'all respect the motherfuckers that respect me.
That's right.
That shit is dumb. So
but that's how the younger people are. They respect the what they see. They respect the lifestyle. They respect the I got to see your wallet and what you got on to respect you. They don't understand it. It's deeper than that. And that's something they got to learn the hard way.
It's not real.
It's not.
It's not real.
Not. Social media has messed people up.
Yeah, so it's like now I just because God told me. And see, look, he started talking to me. I didn't know. Mm-hmm. He whispered. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, mm-hmm. So mm-hmm. I know it's real. Now, don't worry about you. People think I'm selfish. I've never worried about me, shouted. Never. I always know I'd be about to have a heart attack. He told me to do it. And so I still fight it. Mm-hmm. I fall on my face and I get up and he say, you don't listen to me sooner or later. It's okay for you to do you. So now I feel guilty when but I can't though. I can't because they need me. So it's once he speak to you for real, mm-hmm. move. I think because he used to send the signs.
That's right.
Yeah, but he said this nigga just ain't gonna get it. No, it's your turn.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm 51 years old. I should have got it 20 years ago. But I put
you get it when it's your time. We gotta learn, and sometimes it take a few times for us to really get it. And I think that's what we try to teach our children. Learn from my mistakes. You don't have to go through what I went through. I've been there, done it for both of us, for all of us.
Why do they feel like they have to though?
Oh, they know more than us. They know more than we know. They done seen it all and we ain't seen nothing.
I needed somebody to tell me, and I had nobody there. I wanted that shit. And so I don't, but you know what?
But you know it's crazy because I tell my children all the time, you're growing up with a role model. Your first role model is your mommy. And we grew up with people that we knew we didn't want to be like. So they can grow up with people they want to be like, but we grew up with people we were like, oh, I know I don't want to be like you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So, I don't know, Miss KeKe. I do know this. I think I know you fit in with us.
Thank you.
I want you to get it when you get a chance to just go check us out. It's
Okay.
now we do sometimes I get on here, man, and I don't come to my I'm speaking to the people that need it. Like, man, once upon a time I needed somebody like me.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I went to work and I thought I was supposed to wear Dockers because I'm a certain age. You know, you got to do. Nah, man, I ain't doing none of that shit. I want to be me.
Right.
To the day I die. And sometimes I do, but I don't think it's. I think we should identify who we are, tap into that shit,
That's right.
and figure out how you can. If you ain't trying to service the community and like I'm not okay. So a couple of days ago, I'm moving forward. I'm not even having a conversation with people that you're not doing anything for the community. You don't do them a talk. You're not trying. You don't want to because I've opened this platform up for people niggas. Y'all complain about this and that. Shit, come on podcast. Come on podcast. People think they're too cool. Women think they're too pretty. We're not too pretty. Look at her. Y'all just lame. Look, my grandson did that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, go there and press him up. Now give her a hand. We're gonna give me KeKe a hand, so we're gonna give her a clap. Give her a clap, bro. She did real good. You done you've done this before, right?
Done what?
A podcast.
Before. I've done interviews when I had my clothing line.
Oh, you got clothing line?
I had, yes, when I was in South Carolina, I had my own clothing line.
Oh, you used to live in South Carolina? What city?
I lived in Columbia. I was stationed there. I was in the military, like I told you, so I did most of my time there.
So how long were you in the military?
11 years.
11 years? What was your job?
I was personnel, so I was equivalent to a human resource manager.
That's some boss shit, ain't it? You was a boss. You was giving people jobs. Yeah.
I did what I was supposed to do.
I like that. Okay, y'all. Y'all see this shit. I like that. That's this little dude's trip. That's the right thing to say. I want to ask you about your sister. Is she part of a group? Like a group that
no, she's not a part of a group, but she is starting her nonprofit for my niece.
Okay, that's good. I'm gonna start a group with parents griefing, and I'm definitely gonna reach out to you and her. I'm so that's so sad, but she's strong. I love the conversation you guys had, and I can see the connection. Do you think this made y'all closer, or y'all just was already?
Yeah, we was already. Me and my sister, my brother were close.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's rare. That's rare. All right. I had sent you a message earlier. I didn't send it to you. I sent it to one of my other partners, one of my other friends. Y'all kind of favorite. How long does it take to get here from here to there?
From here to where?
I'm in Atlanta.
It took me about 5.5 hours, 5.5 to 6 hours.
Yeah, drive. How long it take flying? About 45 minutes.
Yeah, roughly.
All right. Because we're doing in a couple of months. We're gonna do some live shows at like a club and stuff. And you don't want to come, but I'm coming out there anyway because High Point. I think it's where you're from. They buy my music. Like they like the third.
Is it High Point?
Is it high? Well, no, not High Point. Right now. Yeah, where you from? And they buy, and I know that's because of Howard. But shout out to Howard. They buy my music and they fucking with my videos. So I fuck with them. I go out there and fuck with them. So we'll come out there and do a podcast. I'm gonna bring you out here, but I'm gonna go ahead and end this one. I'm gonna hit you up when we done. So we get. But hey, y'all can look for Miss KeKe Tuesday. Goddamn, if this was an interview, she passed it, and I'm gonna introduce you to Honeybees like Sunday. No, hey, can you do it Sunday?
What time?
At night. Like 9.
I could do 9 o'clock.
All right, we're gonna do we do Sucker Free Sunday.
Okay.
Now, Sucker Free Sunday is our most ratchet night. We ratchet. So we're gonna have some fun. But I appreciate you, and I really hope you take a look at this and you come aboard. I think you're the final piece to us into the next level. Like, our show is gonna be better than a lot of established shows. I promise you. And God told me so. I mean, you can't go against him.
Mm-hmm.
You one more hand, man. Y'all give me KeKe a hand.
Oh, thank you. Thank you all.
You kick my shit. And also we do nights where it'll be Miss KeKe night where you'll take it and you'll take the whole and you'll do your own thing. And if you want us to come, you'll call us to come support you. But it's a family over here. And welcome to the family. I got to call the rest of them. Tell them I'm gonna send it to them. I'm gonna send this to you. And is this okay for me to? You feel good about this?
I'm okay with it.
I'm gonna throw this shit up right now. I'll see you later.
Thank you so much. Tell grandbaby bye.
Hey, yo, but you want to give everybody your social media? I forgot.
Yes, I'm Chiquita Young. Chiquita like the banana, and last name is YOUNG on Facebook. On IG, I am Miss KeKe Young. So MSKeKe YOUNG, all one word on Instagram.
And y'all can find her on the official Let Me Kick My Shit page. And y'all know I'm gonna be reposting. Y'all know how I do. Promotion about to come up. It's all good. Hey, I hit you in a minute.
All right. Thank you.
All right.